The Kertha Gosa Pavilion is an example of Balinese architecture located on the island of Bali, in city Klungkung, Indonesia. The Kertha Gosa Pavilion at Klungkung Palace was built in the 17th century or early 18th century by Dewa Agung Jambe I, Etymology. The name Kertha Gosa derives from Sanskrit, where Kerta means the result or prosperity and Gosita means the discussion or a place for discussion. History. The layout of the whole Klungkung Palace followed that of a sanga mandala, with 9 main centres interconnected among courtyards and other spaces. As such, Kertha Gosa represents one of these 9 centres. Therefore this pavilion was built at the same time as the rest of the palace, and a carving at the main door, Pemedal of the palace indicates year 1622 or around the year 1700 AD, when Dewa Agung Jambe governed the kingdom of Klungkung. Another date often cited is 1686, with the 1622 date attributed specifically to the main door, Pemedal. The first function of the pavilion, as shown through the paintings, was that of religious ceremonies for rituals of passage, Manusur Yardnir. But it is known to have been the place for the supreme court of law in the kingdom, continuing as such under the Dutch occupation from 1908 to 1942 and in 1945. The court was equipped with 1 table and 6 chairs. The king or Raja, chief of the court of justice, sat in a chair bearing the symbols of a lion. The priest, Kerthas, as lawyer and advisor of the king, had the chair with the symbols of a cow. A third chair, bearing the symbols of a dragon, was for the secretary. The people who came here to receive judgment sat cross-legged on the floor. During the Dutch occupation, the Dutch controller, officer controlling the region, would also be present for particular trials. Paintings. The earlier paintings on the ceiling were made on fabric. In 1930 the pavilion was restored and the paintings redone on plaster. In 1960 the entire ceiling at Kertha Gosa was replaced and new paintings were made, still depicting the story of Bima Swager but adding greater detail. In 1982 8 panels were replaced. Style and themes of painting. The ceiling of Kertha Gosa is painted in a traditional Balinese style that resembles wayang, puppet theatre. Paintings in the wayang style are related closely to shadow theatre art and have been faithfully preserved to reflect Bali's Hindu-Javanese heritage in its traditional iconography and content. Iconography was to represent living things through pictures and shadows because it was prohibited to represent any living entity. The upper panels depict scenes from a section of the Hindu epic Mahabharata, called Bima Swager story. Some of the lower panels show scenes from the Tantrine narrative, others illustrate the story of the bird god Garuda in his quest for the water of immortality. Other lower panels show the earthquake calendar, with scenes predicting the portents of earthquakes, Palandan. It is not known whether the Bima Swager was painted at the time Kertha Gosa was built. The earliest, and only, record of paintings at Kertha Gosa dates from 1842 and is written in a Lontara, a book that holds prayers, the history of Bali, and epics. Also it is not known whether the paintings were a permanent feature of the pavilion or if they were a temporary decoration for a celebration. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like this video to support our channel.
help them.